Hi everyone, welcome back to Tati XO. Today's video is basically swatching my latest eyeshadow palette, which is the Risk Taker palette from MAC, and I was lucky enough to get this in the sale when I visited LA. I recently visited, so make sure you stay tuned for the vlog of that trip and also for the blog post as well. So the thing that drew me to this palette is the fact that it's just really nice and narrow, and I thought that whenever I go on trips or I go travelling, then I want a palette that's slim and lightweight, and it does actually have a few different colours as well, as you will see. So it does come with a film with all the different colours on it. It's a shame that it doesn't say it sort of below the colours like some of my other palettes, but some people actually keep this in the palette to protect the shadows, so I guess it's not the worst end of the world really, it's not the worst thing. And it does come with a mirror as well, so you can actually, if you've got a compact mirror, then you can actually do your eyeshadow using this mirror as well, just take the film off. And then it comes with how many shadows? 9 shadows. But it might actually be 8 and a highlighter, because this is quite big for an eyeshadow pan. But yeah, it comes with a range of different shadows, a mixture of mattes to sheer textures, and all I'm going to do in this video is basically just swatch it so that you can see what they look like. I have actually used it today on my eyes, if you can see, but I found that I needed to sort of swipe quite a few times. I think probably just to break it in, because I'm sure I read an article once saying that MAC actually put a protective layer over the shadows, so you might have to sort of break it in like you break in a shoe just to reach that creamier texture of the shadow. So I'm going to start with this quite large one here, which is called Let It Rock, and that looks like a sheen sort of cream colour. Just going to do a couple of smidges and then swatch that on my arm. So yeah, it's just a really nice light highlight colour, and that would be perfect for certainly highlighting under your brows and on the inner corners of your eyes, and that's what I've actually used today as well, if you can see. The next one down is Risky Business, which is this beautiful sort of blacky gold shimmer colour here. And that is what it looks like. I might just do another swatch because I only dipped the end of my finger in it. So that's what it looks like. It's a shame because it's not really showing up on camera, but it does look really, really nice, and it's got some sort of purpley tones in there as well. The next one above is Bossing It, which is actually a really cool name. And this is sort of a sheer bronzy colour. And I'm a huge fan of these warm bronze colours because they just match with so many different outfits. And again, it's just not showing up very great on camera, but the colour of that is just really stunning, and it's really versatile as well. Then down below I've got a matte shade called Dangerously Elegant, which is like a brown matte shadow, which would be really nice for sort of using the outer corners of your eye like I've used today. So I'm just going to do a quick swatch of that. This is it here. It's such a shame because I feel like on camera it's just really not picking up how beautiful these shades are. But at least you can see a little bit of what it looks like, and you can see for yourself as I'm holding up this palette how gorgeous these colours are. A little bit higher up is this really nice purpley brown colour. That's the best I can describe it, and that's called Free Ride, and that's a matte shade, which I think, well, I've used it sort of as a transition shade today, just to blend on the outer sort of rim of my eyeshadow. I'm going to use my thumb for that. And that colour is just really nice. It's like a mauve almost. It's really beautiful. The next one, which is probably the shadow that I've used the most of today across my lid, which is this really nice and shiny colour. It's called Outfitted. There it is. It looks really light on camera, but it's just like a really nice sparkly pinky gold colour, which is really nice and girly. And then above that you've got Totally Fierce, which is again another really cool name, and that's sort of a corally pink colour. And there it is, if you can see. And then the final two shades, you've got this beautiful sort of hot pink colour here called Fashion Fanatic, and I've actually used that below my eye. I've not put too much on, but I think that just makes the eye look kind of pop. So let's just use this finger for that. Let's just use a little bit more so that you can see. There it is, nice hot pink. And then the final shade is Totally Obsessed, which is just your typical sort of yellowy beige transition shade. So I'm going to find a free finger to swatch that with. And it is there. I can see it on my arm, but it just looks almost identical to my skin colour, which I guess reinforces the fact that it's a transition shade, or you can use it as a base sort of eyeshadow before you start adding all your colours. I sometimes use like just a transition shade to add on top of my eyeshadow primer, just to make it set and just so that it's not spreading out the eyeshadow primer when you're blending in your shadows basically. But this is the palette. I think it cost me the equivalent of about £26. I'm not too sure if they're on sale in the UK, but you certainly have a look. I'll leave the link to MAC down below. Have you tried this palette or any other similar palettes from MAC recently? As you know, I love to hear from you guys, so make sure you get in touch. I hope you enjoyed it. These are the shadows again. Apologies that the lighting is just not picking up how stunning the colours are. But hopefully it's been helpful, and just stay tuned for the next video, which will be coming very soon. See you later.